Good morning, everyone. How is everyone today? Good, great. Now I have some questions to ask from you. Nader, who do you prefer to talk more in our classroom, in your class? Aziza, why? She's friendly, good. Whom do you meet on your way to school, Nader? Your neighbor? Mm-hmm. Okay. Which profession have you chosen for your future? Aziza, why? Okay, and in our class, who can or who wants to tell me an interesting story about their life, about animals, maybe about the things that you experience? Well, good. And what is there to do in Uzbekistan at Navruz? A lot of things. Yes. Zarina, do you want to add? Well, good, great. And whose books are they? Laziz's. Okay. So, as you notice, I think, today we'll talk about WH questions and to learn to practice. Then we have some activities and some song to practice. Now look at the screen, and there is a song that I'm going to play. And while listening, while watching the song, please to fill in the passage with the suitable WH question. Okay? Good. Now I'm pressing the button. Good. Great. How many WH questions have you noticed? Akram? 5 WH questions. WH questions. What are they you have noticed? Why? Yes, when? What? How? Which? Good, great. Guys, do you have the same as Akram's? Yes? Well, now we have some grammar rule part. I would like you to be more attentive, to listen and consolidate your understanding of WH questions. Okay? So, who often and always refers to people. It can be subject, object, or complement in questions. Okay? For instance, I have asked the question, who wants to tell an interesting story, right? Who? Okay? So you may all say, I can do, I can tell, okay, or I can share. Great. Whom, the next question, WH question, is considered to be an alternative form of the who question, and mostly it's used with preposition. Okay, so I think you have already seen this, to whom it may concern, or to whom it may refers, or to whom you are referring. These are the phrases or the questions with whom. To whom it may concern means what? Yes, great. Reference, yes? So you're referring it to the person who is going to read the reference, like the reference form. Good. So you know the next question, which. Mostly we use which for not people, for animals, for the things, but there is a big but that we use which for people as well, but to find out the person out of the group or out of the photograph. Okay, for instance, which you are just taking the photo, or you're referring a group team and you're asking who is your sister and who is your brother, David. So you're saying like out of the group of people, out of the group of people in a photograph, on a photograph, you're asking the person who is that person. Okay, so you're saying which one is your brother, which one is your sister, which one is your brother or sister or mommy, etc. And the next type of questions seem a bit similar to each other, but sometimes we have to differ them. So these are the WH questions: how and what. Okay, let's start with how. How is used to express the general opinion of on something, like how was your journey, how is weather. Okay, and next usage of the how is like to ask about the health of people. Okay, how is your sister, or how is your father, so to ask about health. And also how is used to ask about general preferences, like how do you like your coffee, how do you like your tea, how do you like your new house, how do you like your group, how do you like your friends. These kind of questions can be asked to identify the general preferences of people. Okay, the next question is what. So what is also used to ask the general opinion of a people on something, but there is a big but. What is always used with like to find out the general opinion on something. Okay, for instance, what was your journey like? Now we're comparing how was your journey and what was your journey like. There is a difference, but both of them are expressing the same question. Okay, and the next one is for what we use. We want to know the preferences of people, like likes, dislikes. For instance, what do you like about your job, or what do you like about your studies? And also to sequence the things we use, or to find out the results, or to find out the consequences, we use what with if. Okay, what if your plan does not work, what if you can't manage your work. These kind of questions can be used but with if. Okay, try to remember this with if. All this information are in your book. Okay, you can find out, you can open the page on the book related to WH questions, and all of the information are there. Okay, in most cases we use both how and what to make suggestions. For instance, how about going to the holiday, to the mountains maybe? Or what about drinking coffee? How about drinking coffee? Or to find out to get more information about something, we can use how do you mean, or what do you mean? And the last WH questions that we are going to practice today is whose. And you know, whose is used to show the possession or responsibility towards something. Okay, for instance, I have asked the question, whose books are they? Whose pens are they? Whose computer is that? Okay, these kind of questions describe different points. Okay.